What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jess, you're watching Keto Rewind, and today's video is going to be about feelings and coping and that kind of thing. So I am in my gym, which is in my garage. So if you hear birds or the refrigerator humming in the background, sorry. The lighting sucks in here too, so hey, the show must go on. But I wanted to make this video because I've kind of been really excited to make this video. Mainly because this is a topic I'm working really hard to conquer, and that is my emotional health, the mental part of the weight loss journey. So I am going to get this workout going, and then when I come back, I want to talk about what do you do when you can't just run to the gym, to work through their feelings and feel better again. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. So I'm going to get this workout in, and I'll see you back in a few. Oh, and real quick, working out with my Element electrolytes. If you're like me who just came off of a vacation, definitely you're out of ketosis. Best way to avoid keto flu or that sluggish feeling while you transition back is to take your electrolytes. Don't forget these. These are so important. And also get your water in, drink your water. So if you want to try Element electrolytes, use my link down below. You can get a sample pack for free that has 8 unique flavors, and all you have to do is pay shipping. The offer is limited, 1 per customer, and only for a limited time, and only using my link. So enjoy, use the link down below. Okay, so I was maybe 2 sets into my workout, and it was all that was on my mind right now. It's I want to make this video, and I wasn't really focusing on my workout. So 2 sets in, I'm like, you know what, let's pause here, let's get this video out, because sometimes I get a lot of really good thoughts when I'm working out, so it's a good time to make videos to explain my journey. So I put everything down and I grabbed my phone, and so that's why the lighting in here is literally fluorescent garage lighting, so it's not the best, but the show must go on. But anyways, I want to talk about a few things. So obviously I had time today to get my workout in. I'm in my garage gym. I love these workouts. I do them as often as I can. They are routine at this point. I seek these out without even really having to plan. It's just in the morning I get my workout done. So, but the thing is, again, it's not like you can have a half an hour every time you have a feeling that makes you sad or upset or angry or stressed. I can't just spend 30 minutes every time to work through it, right? So I figured, I'm at this point where I'm open to a lot of stuff right now, and I need to find other ways to cope. I'm naturally a all or nothing type girl. So when I'm all in, I'm all in. And when I'm all out, I'm all out. That's why I can gain weight really easily when I'm, off the walls, or I can lose weight really easily when I'm super focused. I'm it's an all or nothing, and it's all extremes. Tired of living in the extremes. I want to live in the balance. I want to be okay with feeling a feeling that doesn't necessarily feel good, that discomfort, and I want to be able to go through that feeling without turning to food. And that's why I'm pushing so hard on learning this part of my journey. And clearly, I can make all the keto recipes in the world, all the low carb recipes in the world. I know what to eat when it comes to, living my best life in the keto lifestyle, a low carb lifestyle. I've nailed that. But what is constantly haunting me is my emotional well-being. And just overreacting or getting too stressed out and then making not good decisions when I'm stressed out, and, that finding that place where I can cope and survive without using food. And this is something that I clearly needed help with. So randomly, my friend contacted me and said, hey, check out this course. We should do it. Do it with me. And I was skeptical at first because I don't know. I was skeptical at first. I don't normally look to other people for advice. I try to just fix it on my own because that's what I do and that's what works usually for me. But this one, one topic I haven't been able to conquer. So I was like, you know what the heck? Let's do this, and this one, it was a very unconventional approach, which kind of had me more intrigued too. It seemed different than everything else I'd ever seen. So I signed up, and it was a free course, and the name of the course was Take Control of Food by Corrine Crabtree. Basically the no BS weight loss program. Now, I am not affiliated in any way with her at all. I'm not paid to say this. I have been doing this program for 2 weeks or so now. It's like a weekly module that I've been, I took a free course, which was like a week long, and then it's like you sign up and you can take more and more and more, and there's a lot more detail in it. So, and get a lot more resources from it. So I signed up for everything. I'm like, just sign me up for doing, I'm all or nothing, right? Again. So I paid for this course. And I didn't want to say anything yet till I knew it was working, because I don't want to just say, oh, I'm doing this, and, not really have vetted it. And, when it comes to my recommendations, I take them seriously. I don't recommend anything that truly doesn't work for me or that I love. And right now I'm at that point where I'm 2 weeks in, I'm getting my feet wet. It's really been helping. I've been talking about this the last couple of videos, and I'm ready to share this part or recommend it. So I will highly recommend you guys check it out. Now, if you're not a fan of bad language, or if that offends you, not the right one, because there's a lot of that in this course, but it's hilarious. It's so cool. And honestly, it has been helping. I have been doing this for about 2 weeks now, and it feels good to see another approach to something that's been bothering me for so long. My emotions, and how to cope with them, and how do you stop eating? How do you know when you're full? And in other words, this course or podcast, you can also listen to it on a podcast, has just been eye-opening. So that's why I'm sharing my experience regarding, what I'm picking up and what applies to me. So that's why I said you should check it out, because I'm not going to explain it the way she can. Obviously, she's the expert at it. I'm not. I'm still learning this stuff. I'm just sharing what works for me. So totally check her out. I know that's something that I don't normally do on this channel, but this is the part that I am putting all of my effort in, and I'm being open to it, and I'm trying really hard to figure this out, and if it's working for me, I want to share it. So anyways, enough on that soapbox. Let's talk about this video. Now, it's this thing where if you don't have all this time to run to the gym, what do you do in that moment? We have tons of emotions in a day. What do you do to clear your mind? How do you not overreact? Because I'm so used to living in those extremes, I don't know what balance feels like. I only know how to fix things with food. And you know why? Because food worked. I felt better after I ate food. So for instance, an example. Stressed out about something, and then I am like, okay, I go into the pantry, I grab some type of a bar or a snack or a cookie, I gulp it down, maybe 5 minutes, the snack's, already in my belly. Well, if I have 5 minutes to do that, do I have 5 minutes to do something else that doesn't involve food? What else could I do? So it's something that I've always had a stigma against, specifically like meditation. I don't really know anything when it comes to meditation. That is not even, I don't know anything about it. I just have a judgment against it, like it's only for spiritual people or something like that. I don't know. I'm spiritual, but I'm not like all into it. I'm not into it 24/7, So, but everything else isn't working. So why not try something else? Even if it's stepping out of my comfort zone, because remember, I don't like being in discomfort. So I'm like, you know what, we're going in. We're trying this, Jess. So I listened to one of her podcasts, and mind you, check out Losing 100 Pounds with Corrine. That's or Losing 100 Pounds podcast. So I'll link that below. So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, okay, we're getting into meditation here. It's making me uncomfortable. So I'm like, stop, Jess. Open up your mind and think about this. You're like, see, this clearly has to work. This lady helps a lot of people. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how to do any type of meditation. I don't even know where to begin. There's like 20 forms in a simple Google search, and I'm like, So I'm like, okay, keep listening, listen to what she's saying. And she was getting all in touch with your body and, feeling everything from head to toe, working her way down. So I'm like, okay, well, how can I make that work for me when I'm in the moment? So I was thinking along the lines of, I need to find a happy place moment that I can reminisce and go to when I'm feeling stressed or yucky or sad or, just annoyed, and something that I can just think about really briefly that can make me feel good again. And then we move on, right? Because we have a gazillion emotions in a day. By choosing to stay in one that's making you mad, it's just I stew on it all day and it gets worse, right? So instead of dealing with it properly, I either just eat it to get it away, or I just stew and get madder, and then, it just gets harder to overcome at that point. So, but like I said, if I had 5 minutes to wolf down like a bar or a snack or, like some type of food, I have 5 minutes to do this. So I pre-thought out ahead of time for when I had a moment like this, because at that day I wasn't stressed or anything. But I pre-thought about, what felt good that only was related to me, that I want to feel again. So I looked back, I'm like, you know what? One of my most recent moments that felt really good that only involved me was, well, let me give a backstory. When I started my weight loss journey, I was in the 300s when it came for weight. My weight started with a 3. Not ideal, embarrassing. I hated it. So then I crossed over and I'm in the 2s. I'm in the 2s for what seemed forever, because it's 100 pounds to get to the 1s, right? But eventually I got there, and I remember crossing over into 199, and I remember feeling so amazing and so happy, so proud. And I remember sharing that moment with you guys. I mean, I look back at my Wonderland video. My kids were so small. I'm like, dang, it was that long ago. But they were so happy for me. My mom was happy. You guys were so happy. And I wanted to relive that moment. So I tucked that away for when I came stressed. So over the weekend, I was stressed out about something and I couldn't work out. So I tried meditating in my way that I know of. Like I said, we'll be diving into this topic more, but so I just okay, I just need to get to my happy place. I need to breathe. I need to tune everything out and, try it. So what I did was I closed my eyes and I pretended or imagined like I had those noise canceling headphones on where it just tunes all that outside noise off. So it was really quiet, and it took a while to tune the noise down, to shut it out and breathe. And, it took a while to get there. So once I was there, I felt like all of a sudden I was in like this white room, and I was like, let's relive this moment of where I crossed into Wonderland. And I remember feeling all of those feelings and, just reminiscing that moment. And then, obviously my eyes were closed. And then, I don't know how long it was. It was probably a minute or so of just thinking about it. And I can have that again. I just got to try, and I got to believe in myself. So then I took a deep breath one last time, and I opened my eyes, and I got chills everywhere. It just like flooded through my body. And I was like, oh my God, what? And it was just really, really eye-opening. Like, it felt really good, and I didn't have to eat. So then I was like, oh man, well, geez, I've been missing out, so basically that's probably not even close to meditating, but I got into a happy place. I found something that worked for me. I'm going to be exploring the meditation route, but that's going to take time to learn all that. But for right now, I know that I have a bunch of happy place moments in my mind that when I'm getting stressed out, I'm just going to relive that. And if it takes me a minute to 5 minutes, I have that time in that moment, and I can go in a bathroom. I could go anywhere to get quiet, to just have that moment to just decompress and breathe. So, but the fact that the feeling afterwards was like really weird. I felt like it just went through my whole body, that flush of goodness, and super cool, real powerful stuff. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because if you're like me, you're clueless about all this stuff, it's okay to look for other resources for help. Like my next step was a therapist. I was going to do this class and see what I could get out of it. And if that still didn't work, then I would move on to the therapist. So, but right now the class is working. The podcast is working. It's good to hear another perspective. So, and I'm going to apply that all to my journey, because I really have to conquer this mental side of the journey. I'm tired of losing and regaining in this cycle that I just seem to not be able to break out of. So, but right now I'm in a good place. It's working. I've been consistent with all this other stuff. I just need to be consistent in this part. And that's what I'll be working on for the next, until I figure this out, I should say. I mean, I'm always going to be a work in progress, let me say that. But I'm really going to be focusing more on this part. Like, I've got the workout routine down. I've got the walking down. I've got the good meals that I know how to make that are appropriate to, my lifestyle. I just need to conquer this last piece of the puzzle. And I really think it's going to be good to me. So, and I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to set aside the judgment, and I'm really ready at this point. So anyways, I hope that all makes sense. Definitely check out her podcast, the No BS weight loss program, all of that. I'll link it down below. And remember, I am not affiliated in any way with her. I paid for a membership for this. Like, I am a paying member. And I would never share anything that I didn't personally use and swear by. Okay, so it's now time to actually get my workout in, and I'll see you at the next one. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to check out Element Electrolytes. Get your free sample pack. Use my link down below, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.